Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This one's bigger. This one is much bigger. Oh no. Busted my pole. 1, 2, 3. Pretty cold. That's cool. Oh, it's refreshing. Oh. Woo! This is prime moose territory right here. Yep. Oh. This is the current condition of my feet right here. So I take back what I said earlier about the mosquitoes not being bad here. They're actually worse than last night. They're not biting me because I have DEET on. Well, they're definitely still like me. All right, hey, what is happening, YouTube? Great to see you guys. I am here, and that is, in case you didn't see it, that's an intro to my Isle Royal adventure. I went with my buddy Josh, and we did 90 miles in 10 days. It's pretty awesome. But the reason I decided to show that to launch the video is because I started editing the project together, and then weather got cold and life got crazy, and so I stopped, and I strategically stopped because I wanted to release it when people started thinking about and looking at kind of spring hikes and stuff like that. So that's the plan. This week I am launching kind of a recap episode, so you're going to want to go back and watch all of those other episodes. I got 4 of them out, and we're not even halfway through the series, so I am super stoked about that. But I'm also stoked, and maybe you're here and you're stoked because I have my daughter Ginger here, and she's in the house. Last week she was the surprise guest, and now she's just a staple of the live stream. So welcome everybody. Welcome Ginger. Let's
Hello.
see who's in the house. You know what? Believe it or not, Outdoor Fun was the first one in here. Welcome. Thanks so much for it's Benjamin Berry. What's up? Oh, Benjamin Berry's son. Oh, yeah, I remember Benjamin. All right, sweet. Awesome. Well, Outdoor Fun. Thanks for stopping in. Nicole O'Leary, Grace Martin, and hey, Mark is in the house. Rolling Homestead. Nice studio, man. That is pretty slick.
The audio
I like it.
Low.
Audio's low? Is
Yeah.
that what they're saying? Audio is a little low. I'll fix that.
Okay.
All right, how's that? Is that better? Can you guys hear me better now? Let's see. It looks a lot better. Ginger, can you talk?
Oh, yes, I can. Sorry. I was answering someone.
Oh yeah. All right.
Cool.
We are good to go. So, can you guys hear me better now? I can hear myself better on a 30-second delay, but that's going to get really annoying, so I'll turn that off. We are out here chilling by the campfire, and it's been a beautiful day. What do you think the temperature was today?
It was like 67, I think.
67.
It was really warm.
It was.
It was really nice. I actually got sunburnt today a little bit.
Kelly Fee is here. Michael Swan is here. Awesome. And Suzanne, Jason McDaniel, how you doing, guys? It's great to see you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what uh-oh means, unless you guys are talking to yourself. But no, so yeah, it's been an awesome week. Ginger has been messing around with her chickens, so we're going to talk about that today. Before we get in, and we actually have some footage. We have some footage queued up here on the computer, and we'll do a little picture-in-picture. And she kind of shows off her chickens, but they're a lot bigger this week.
Yeah, they're a lot bigger this week. Yeah, they're growing in most of their head feathers already, so they don't quite look the same as they did last week when we took the video, but it'll kind of still show you guys. So yeah, it's crazy how animals, babies, puppies, kittens, birds, they grow fast, don't they? Birds especially, if you took a time lapse of their feathers in a day, you would see them grow. It's crazy how fast they grow. Wow. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, we should actually do that. We literally could do. Yeah. We could set the camera up and do a time lapse. Yeah. What do you guys think? Would you watch a time lapse next week of chickens all day long? Yeah. That'd be cool. It's pretty fun. Hey, we'll get to that footage here in a second. What's going on with you guys? Anything exciting? I like to do highs and lows whenever I'm talking with people, or in a group or whatever. So write down a high from your week and write down a low from your week. All right, Ginger, you have any highs and lows? I do. A high from this week was just getting to hang out with everyone and be with family that I don't normally get to be with. And even though he can be super tiring, Lincoln, he made me do flip after flip on the trampoline. And it was a lot, but it was fun because it means there's a stage where they think you're cool, and then pretty soon I'm not going to be cool anymore. So I gotta take advantage of it while it's here. And then my low for the week is we lost Tootsie. So poor little Tootsie is in the yard with a little grave cross over where he is laying now. But we'll get a little bit more into that later when his picture pops up. Yeah. So that was tough. That happened the day after we did our live stream. Yeah. Ginger got the video. At least you have good video of him. Yeah, and he was cool, but he was also a rooster, so he would have ended up being eaten anyway. Yeah. So. But I mean. Yeah. So we'll talk about that, and let's see. Jason McDaniel, what chairs are we using? Let's stand up. Let's model this right here. This is the Nemo Stargazer. It's a low, so they've got several different options of it. I'm not gonna lie, they are not cheap chairs. They're way overpriced, but my wife and I got them for our was it anniversary or something? Got a present, and but they are super comfortable. They're like a hammock, just chilling in a hammock. And they fold down. We like them because they fold down about this big. And last summer we did a ton of four-wheeling, and they fit right in the back compartments or right on the front, luggage rack of the four-wheeler. And we can bring them along. So, and they're small, so they don't take up a lot of space. They're heavy. They're not like a backpacking chair. They only go up to 250 pounds. And we had a friend. I don't know if he's on here. No, he's not on here. So hopefully we both. I'm not gonna name names, but he was 300 pounds. He's a big guy, and he sat in here. And I thought the thing was just. So you do have to be sensitive, but they do have a larger version of it. And this is the low. It sits down nice and low from the ground. I think it's 18 inches, 16 or 18 inches from here down, and then we've got another one that's 24 that's more of a regular chair height, and then they have a deluxe that has a headrest, and that's pretty slick. But I seriously I just chill like this. I don't know, it kind of looks kind of funny. It looks like I'm a chicken right now. Does it look like I'm a chicken? All right, so get my chicken on. chicken wings are actually bigger than that, and I will show you their wings in the video. So
All right.
I'm
so they're not really like this.
break the myth that number 1, chickens can't fly, and number 2, they have tiny wings.
All right. So she's gonna break the myth. But no, they're super comfortable. They're definitely not an economy chair, but they're fun. Everybody asks about them. So. Tired from winter camp, outdoor fun. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you got a chance to go out and hang out. Time lapse would be interesting.
Yeah.
So, it's buffering. Is it really? It's looking good on, at least on my end. We've got pretty good speed, so I'm hopefully is it going all right, guys? Is it pretty good? Can you see the fire enough? All right, we're doing a campfire chat. Is the fire in the frame enough, or do we need to adjust that? Mike.
Poor squirrel.
Oh no. Yeah, it's tough. Animals really become part of the family, don't they? Pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're just, especially, any animal does. So, all right. Well, hey. Like I said, before we get into the chicken talk, I'm releasing my Isle Royal adventure. If you haven't watched the first 4 episodes, go back and watch the first 4 episodes. We couldn't take a drone on the island, but when the pilot flew us there, we took a seaplane. When the pilot flew us there, we went around the island, and then when we left, we kind of went around, and so we got lots of aerial footage. There's some really cool footage. You saw the intro. That says it all. The hikes are absolutely phenomenal. It's the first time I've done an adventure where I've carried all my camera gear and gone into the wilderness, and I just for that long, for 90 miles, I carried all this stuff on my back, an extra 15 pounds just so I could bring you along on the journey. So go back and watch that. That episode is coming this week. What do you guys think of the shorts, the YouTube shorts? They're just kind of random footage that I have. Some of them you've seen maybe in larger segments, and some of them are just brand new. They're never really made it to my channel, never really edited it, and I'm pulling out just raw clips and putting them in. What do you guys think about that? I was thinking about doing a like a gear review kind of thing, just like a 60-second gear review of just some stuff, not just like new, like stuff that's proven, stuff that I love. I like talking gear like that. So I could do some of that, maybe be a little bit more intentional with that. That's kind of the thought I had. And then, just kind of some random, life stuff, and then also adventure stuff. So that way I just get content consistently. The shorts, that's I think going to be a big thing here on YouTube. You're going to start seeing that. It's in beta right now for creators. I don't know, you can see in my channel, several others, there's actually like a shorts shelf. And so I think they're trying to compete with TikTok a little bit, right? So I think that's part of the thing. So, all right, what else we got here? Fires in the frame. Sweet. All right, so Jace McDaniel, high on Friday, whole day off from both jobs and went fishing. Definitely a high. That's awesome. Huge creek from a runoff of a lake. Dude, that is awesome when you can get out and explore someplace you haven't been before. Mike was down in the basement of the church, and he was trying to talk to me, and I was trying to get wires together. And so that's it. All right, Ginger, you want to talk about some chickens?
Yeah, I like chickens.
You guys want to talk about some chickens? All right. You got to admit, the thumbnail was pretty cute. All right? Give a thumbs up right here in the chat if you think that thumbnail was pretty cute. I could have picked any of your chickens. I just happened to I was scrubbing through, and I'm like, oh, that one right there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So, but
Josie Pie is Lincoln's favorite chicken. So.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So, all right. So we are going to roll over to this right here. We're up in the top corner. You can still see the fire. But this is Ginger's setup right here.
my old setup. It's changed a little
Yeah.
bit.
So she spent all week building, kind of adding on to the chicken coop. So
Yeah.
why don't you talk about this as it's going? Like what?
Yeah. So in the coop that you can see, the big one that I'm walking up to, I think I'm gonna grab one out. Yeah, I'm getting Bun Bun. All my chickens are trained. They squat down when I'm grabbing them. That's Bun Bun that I have right now. She is my white splash Easter egger, Americana type bird. She's really sweet. She's kind of a funny bird. You know how some birds can be really smart in your flock and the other ones are like not super smart, and then there's some that like you just can't tell because sometimes they're like really smart and sometimes they're kind of just in the middle and they do kind of weird stuff. She's one of those birds. And then the next one I got out, it looks like is Hope. Hope is a little bit bossy. She's the dominant hen and she's kind of a bully, but she's really friendly still, and she is actually just basically a wild bird that is a mix of a billion different things that just, it was at a free range place and it just happened to be the one that survived. So these are the birds that if you put them out in the wild, they'd make it the longest because the strongest and smartest ones survived. And then the next one that I'm going to get out is Ava. And Ava...
Before you start, is this Ava right here?
This is Ava right here.
This is, all right. It is hilarious. I was just watching the YouTube. When you move them, their head stays in the same spot. And
Yeah.
Their body moves.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Watch
So-
this. Watch this.
Yeah, Ava is such a sweetheart. She can be a little bit sassy. Like my sister picked her up today and she flew away, and so then Willow's like trying to get her and she's running away and I'm like, Willow, stop moving. I just walk over and grab her. But it was pretty funny. And like they really know who their people are, and if it's a stranger, like I can go in there and they're fine with me in there, but I bet you if some stranger crawled in there, they'd start freaking out because they don't know them. But all of these birds I've had since they were chicks, or I've known since they were tiny. So Shannon is the next one coming out. She's the one who had the head wound. It's a lot better than it was, but you'll be able to see it right there. It's most of the scab is already gone since I took this video, and she just got a tiny scab now. So she is the least tame out of all of them. I like to say she's going through a teenager phase. She was actually the most friendly out of all of them, and then the past month or so, she decided to start hating me. But I mean, all of my birds have done that, and then within a few weeks, they love me again. So they all just go through a phase, I think, right before they start laying eggs, where they don't want anyone to mess with them at all. I'm getting smoked out here.
Uh-oh. Sorry, my fault.
That's all right.
That's what happens when you do a fireside chat.
Yeah, so Ava...
I put her in the smoke.
Ava, Hope, and Bun Bun are all... Ava, Hope, and Shannon. Sorry, Bun Bun's not from the same place. Ava, Hope, and Shannon are all from the same place, and they have the same set of parents. So that's why Shannon and Hope look so similar. So, yeah, so Ava lays white eggs with extra calcium deposits on them. Hope lays off-white, smooth, clean eggs. And Bun Bun lays brown eggs. Everything about her would tell you blue eggs, but she is a shocker. She's in the small percentage of Easter eggers that lay brown eggs. So I'm actually kind of happy about it because my grandpa really likes brown eggs because he thinks they have different nutritional value when they really don't. But, you know, it's okay. He's funny. So, yeah. But this past week Dad had a bunch of pallet wood around, so, and the chicks were growing up and they needed more space, so I ended up building them a coop out of pallet wood, and it actually turned out really good. So
we don't have any footage of that.
No, we'll have to put that in a short or something maybe.
Yeah.
Just the
we'll
especially if we time lapse, you'll see it.
All right, so I am the master of building without a tape measure. All right, or so I thought, until my daughter picked up some wood and just started putting it together like a puzzle. And I guarantee she did not have a tape measure. So
nope, I didn't.
But it turned out great. So she's got an enclosure.
Yeah, I've got a run, and then I've got a little hutch part.
Yeah.
I have a heat lamp in there, so they have a warm box so that they don't get too cold outside. And actually, they're thriving right now. They're doing great. They're doing really good. And they think I'm their mom, so I try to give them, put them on grass. They're not eating the grass. So today I spent most of the day sitting out there, picking up a single blade of grass and putting it in there and going chip, chip, and then they'd come and they'd grab it and they'd all chase each other around and eat it. And then I'd tap the ground and they're like, there's nothing in your hand. And I'm like, well, guys, this is the same stuff I'm handing you. You could eat that too, but nope, they have to eat it from my hand. And then finally, Minnie Mae actually was the first one who started pecking at the ground, and then once she started, they all started. So that means I don't have to hand feed them anymore, which is good. 'Cause that was kind of crazy. So here's me bringing the chicks out. I actually don't remember who I got out first, but I should be able to tell. So, yeah, this wasn't their actual brooder. This is just a box I brought them out in. So, this is Tootsie, the little man that passed away. He was my gold-laced Wyandotte chick. And it appeared to me like he, was sleeping and someone stepped on his neck, and it looked like he had a broken neck, but there was no sign of struggle. This one is Rosalette, and she's just a normal production red, Rhode Island red. I'm not quite sure what they were because they were all mixed together, but to me she looks like a Rhode Island red. So let's see who's next. Okay, so that one is Josie Pie, it looks like. And I always like to train them to give me their wings just for basic husbandry and care. So if anything happens or I need to take care of them or something, I can do that. Some of them you'll probably see are better at it than other ones. There's a few that just did it right away. There's Minnie Mae, the screamer. And then she does not want to give me her wing. She's like, I will not, I refuse. But she is a lot better recently too. So yeah. There she goes. And then, of course, she's like, I'm out of here. But actually, I will say, out of all the chicken breeds I've raised, Australorbs are the least bonded to people. And I know that people say that they're pretty survival. Oh, this is my Brahma, my light Brahma Flurry. I don't know the gender in this one. It was a straight run, so I think it's 50-50 boy or girl. Honestly, looking at it now, this morning I would have said definitely a rooster, but then now, of course, I'm second guessing myself because there's no really sure way to tell until they either grow their sickle and hackle feathers or they start crowing. So, and then this is Skittles. This is my new breed of chicken that isn't actually developed yet. This is a satin silky, and so they're actually a Bantam breed. They're pretty small. But I actually got these from a friend of mine, and she breeds amazing birds. They're so cool. I got Bun Bun from her too. Actually, Bun Bun she gave to a friend of mine, and then when I got my hens, she had two that looked the same, so I was like, hey, can I take this one? She's like, sure. So that's how I got Bun Bun. And then I'm not sure which one is next. I think I have still Truffle, and we got Happy Feet next. So Happy Feet has Curl Toe, and I didn't get him until a little bit later on, and there's not much you can do for that. I know they say you can tape their toes, but his was so fused when I got him, and he wasn't that old either, but his was so fused. He also has split wing, which is just kind of a genetic deformity, so he's missing his suspensory feather, I believe. So he won't be able to fly or at all. He can kind of flap up about 2 inches off the ground, but the rest of them can get 7 feet now. But so I think I forgot to bring Truffle out. But
And you haven't shown
maybe
Shannon yet. Do you show Shannon?
I
here in a
showed
second?
Shannon. I did show Shannon. She had the head thing. So basically, those are my chickens. And yeah, but he has curl toe, and I mean, I knew this hen at the same place that I got Shannon from, and Ava and Hope. Actually, probably a relative, maybe even grandparent. She was an amazing hen. She was so friendly. You could just go pick her up. She had curl toe. She walked around like a pirate on a peg leg, but she was so cool. She lived a long life, but of course she was free range, and she lived longer than I thought she would with a disability as a free range bird, but she was like that ever since she was born, so she kind of knew how to deal with it. But then after a while we had a really sad day where all the coyotes got to him, and there was a massacre. There was birds everywhere all over the yard, and it was really sad. And then I think the only ones left were like 11 roosters, of course, and like 4 or 5 hens, because they got all the hens, and the roosters were like, I'm out of here. They didn't do their job. But this is the inside of my coop. That's the egg hatch, and that has I love how it locks so it won't fall on you when you're getting them.
Any eggs in there?
No, I don't think there's any eggs in there. I'd already collected them that day. And before anyone says anything about the nest boxes, I do put bedding in them every day. But Bun Bun goes in there and she kicks the bedding out. And at this point, I've just started putting shavings in instead of hay, because she kicks the bedding out to lay on the bare wood. But she doesn't do it in just one. She does it in all of the boxes. She'll like go through, and then in the last one, after she's cleared all of them out, she will lay her egg on the bare wood. So it's kind of funny. But I even tried leaving one bare and putting like a little bit of bedding and then a lot of bedding, and she just goes through and clears them all out because she thinks everyone likes it that way. And then Ava and Hope walk around really mad because they don't lay until after her generally, and they're like, there's no place to lay my egg. So yeah.
So that coop is pretty slick.
Yeah.
You got that at Tractor Supply?
Yeah, I got it at Tractor Supply. Or maybe it was Home Depot. They have it at Tractor Supply. I forgot what it's called. But, I mean, it's pretty recognizable. It has a metal frame and some nice wood in there. So, I usually hang their water, but they've been spending most of their day outside because it's so nice out that I'm kind of just, it's hard to hang up, and I would have to attach wire or something to it because that plastic breaks. And they're keeping it pretty clean right now. I clean it out every day, and so far it's fine. Once there's an issue, I'll change it, but they're doing great. They don't try to sit on it. They have that roost bar. So, and then there's them inside their run, and they're like, oh no, there's a scary camera. What in the world? And then Bun Bun's like, oh, I don't even care.
She's a lot bigger. I didn't realize how much bigger she is.
Yeah, Bun Bun is a full-size bird, and Shannon and Ava and Hope are like Phoenix, Wyandotte, Seabright, Brahma, like random, so many different birds, and they ended up kind of in the middle of Bantam and large breed. They're not quite Bantam, but they're definitely not big chickens. So, and we actually, the reason that they have Phoenix is because a friend of mine gave me at the place that I was riding at the time that had the chickens, she gave us her show chickens because she had moved to the city and there's just no easy way to keep them. So she gave us her show birds, and it was really cool. There was a silky rooster, which I'm pretty sure was only there for like a few weeks, or maybe even I think it was maybe 1 week, and then she came and picked him up because she missed him a lot, and he was like a pet more than a like chicken. So she grabbed him back, and which is probably good because we had lots of roosters at that time because we kind of just collect the eggs and then let them live their own lives. But I like to be very involved in my chickens' lives, and I don't want them to die, so they're in coops. And of course, you can't stop everything from happening, but there is this stuff that I'm looking into that's like a electrified netting. It's like poultry netting or something, and I've seen it a lot on like Keeping It Dutch, I think, uses it, and so I really like it, and like I'm sure if I could just set it up in a circle, my chickens would stay in there, and like during the day, there's less likely that they're going to be taken by hawks and stuff, especially if I just do it while I'm outside. So yeah, those are my chickens, and they are friendlier than most chickens, and it's kind of weird, but I'm a bird person, so.
I mean, the chickens are friendly because you spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
Like, they think
Yeah.
she's their mother, I think.
Yeah. I'm the mother hen that never kicked him out of the nest.
So,
yeah.
that's awesome. We're going to let this roll. I can't remember. I think we just left this camera on for quite a while. You can watch the chickens and listen to us. So
Yeah.
that is awesome. Like I said, Ginger spent some time building a coop. Somebody else had just said, Grace said, my husband built a coop out of scrap wood. It's not pretty, but it'll work, right? And that's awesome. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
So go back through really quick, Ginger. I want you guys to leave a comment. Which of the chicks? Let's make it kind of simple.
Just the chicks.
Of just the chicks, which one was your favorite? Okay, if you can't remember the name, remember the color. Which one's your favorite, or the breed? If you know anything about chickens, maybe the breed. So what are their names?
So really quick, Grace Martin asked, what are sickle and hackle feathers? So sickle feathers and hackle feathers are the rooster's feathers that are very colorful generally, and so the hackle feathers are on the back of their neck, the hackle, and they're very long, skinny, and pointy feathers. And it's pretty obvious when you see a rooster next to a hen, it looks like they have a huge neck, and that's their hackle feathers that look like that. And they can poof them up and like look big and scary. It's kind of funny. And then the sickle feathers, did I just say that? Oh, sickle feathers. Okay, so sickle feathers are the black, like metallic-y green, like beetle-y sheened feathers, usually, and sometimes other feathers that will come out, and they're like the long ones that you see that come down. Some breeds don't have those. Some of them are just like white and curved. Basically the rooster's tail feathers that are usually longer, skinnier, and pointier than a hen's. And then some breeds are the same like thickness or even thicker, but they're very pointy on the end. So, and then I don't think I said saddle feathers, but saddle feathers go on their back, and they're the same as the hackle feathers. And those are only in roosters, and they're not in every breed, but the breeds that I have definitely have them. So the only ones that I'm not sure about, because there's no like actual breed characteristics yet, are the satin silkies, because there's not much about them. So you can't really find out much about something that's like just beginning. So it'll be interesting to see. So unfortunately with those, I might have to wait until they start crowing. But hopefully they don't. Hopefully they just lay eggs instead. That'd be nice. So the names of the chicks are Truffle. Are we?
Which one? What color was Truffle?
Truffle is a redhead chick, Rhode Island red.
Yep.
Then Rosalette is a Rhode Island red. Flurry is the light Brahma. And then Minnie May is the black Australorp, and Josie Pie is a black Australorp. And then Skittles is the big, poofy-headed satin silky. And then Happy Feet is the one with curl toe. That's a satin silky. And then we had Tootsie, but Tootsie died. He was a gold-laced Wyandotte. So he was really cool. Ever since the first day I had him, when he was in my bedroom, like, it was crazy because I've never had a chick imprint on me that fast. Like, I put him in the brooder, sat there for a second, gave him food and water, and left the room, and I hear beep, 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 and I come back and he stops, and I leave, and he's like, beep, beep. And I'm like, seriously? That fast? And then I have a video, I'll have to have that be a reel or something too, of me walking, and like, just the camera's on the floor, and he's just running after me.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. So
Yeah.
he's like, man, my mom's so big
Speaking
and
of that,
fast.
we should have queued up the video that you took with him in slow motion running to
Oh,
you when you first got him.
yeah, we're going to
You
have
could
to have a
see-
few.
You can see where, you know,
We're gonna have to have a
where they
chicken
were
edition.
and where they're at now. They're
Yeah.
like so much bigger. So let's catch up a little bit on the
Comment,
chat. Make sure
yeah.
we're not missing anything. I know we said Jason McDaniel had showed his high on Friday, had a whole day off, went fishing, explored a creek, and that's awesome. But then the low, the day before, he was testing out a new telescopic fishing pole, and he lost a brand new lure. Oh man, I hate that. Every time I fish in the river, I'd never want to use my good lures because I know I'm going to lose them. It just, yeah, it's frustrating. I get it. Casting next to a log and it happened to be a bird's nest. Fish. Oh man, bummer, brutal. But I probably have found as many lures in the river as I've lost in the river. So.
Michael Swan said, your fire makes me want s'mores. Where's the marshmallows?
Yeah, man, we should have.
We should have, but like I honestly don't really like marshmallows or s'mores because I don't like chocolate and I don't like marshmallows.
You guys
it
are
would
gonna
just
think,
be graham cracker.
you guys are gonna think we're like, you're gonna call us like a heathen or something. I mean, how can we love the outdoors and not love s'mores? I don't know. All right, leave in the comments. Do you love s'mores? Okay, maybe the people who love s'mores are not really the outdoor adventure people. Maybe they're just the city slicker version of outdoor adventure people. Could that be a possibility? Because I was watching it. I know as soon as I say this name, somebody's gonna comment here. Let's go back. As soon as I say this name, you guys are either gonna love it or hate it. Bear Grylls. I was watching. I know you guys either love Bear Grylls or you hate Bear Grylls. You either love him because you think he's wild and crazy, or you hate him because you think he's commercialized. He, believe it or not, he was doing one of those like celebrity take him out in the woods. What is that called? What's that show called? Anyways, take celebrity out in the woods, and somebody from America came. America, and like they're like, hey Bear, because they're gonna eat, like they're gonna drink their own pee or something, I don't know, and they're like, oh, let's try this, and he brought s'mores. Now I don't know, maybe he was just faking, or just completely lying. He's like, he didn't know what a s'more was, right? He'd heard of marshmallows, he had heard of graham crackers, and he had heard of chocolate, but he had never heard of putting them together. I think it's an American thing.
Maybe. Well, Chris didn't know what they were.
Chris didn't?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's from. We got a brother-in-law. Well, you have an uncle.
Yeah. He's not my brother-in-law.
We're not, and I'm not my own grandpa. And it's not anything crazy like that. Anyways, yeah, he's from Germany. He had no clue what s'mores were. I think they're an American thing, and it's possible though that's like how you start. That's how you like wean yourself into the outdoors. You're like, I don't really want to go, but there's going to be s'mores, right? But then like you fall in love with the outdoors and you don't have to have s'mores anymore. Maybe or maybe you're an outdoor adventurer and you love s'mores. I don't know. Leave in the comments and let us know.
Grace Martin said, I like the chick that didn't want to give you his wing. Yeah, she's pretty cool. And then the other thing is, I've always wondered, is it s'mores or s'mores?
It's SM, S''M.
Because there was a horse that I knew that was imported from another country that was S'more, and we call him Sammy.
Oh, see.
But it's S'more.
That's got to be different.
It's got to be different.
Was he black and white?
No.
No, he didn't look like a S'more.
No.
Hey, Colin, we didn't say hi to you. Ginger was talking about her chickens. We didn't say hi when you popped in. Glad you're here. Check out Colin, Kincaid Outdoor. Check out his new logo. But he didn't make it. All right, you can't claim credit for it. But Travis from Trail Trash Outdoors, he made it. It's awesome. I like it. And I can see what you're talking about. How you brightened it up. It looks good. It just pops in the when I'm looking at all the little things. It pops.
Jason McDaniel said running with Bear Grylls. On the topic of Bear Grylls, the only thing I remember is the episode in the desert where he found the elephant stuff and he was like drinking it out of the elephant trappings. And then he was going through a river and he almost fell and he went, "Oh, it's a little slippy." I don't know why that was so funny to me, but like.
Yeah, it's the glacier is slippy. It's not slippery and it's not a glacier. It's a glacier and it's slippy. And you better be careful. Yeah. Running with Bear Grylls. Colin, that's awesome. Colin is looking at a house or a place, their property, and they're going to put a house on there. That's awesome. You might even beat me. I know I've been teasing this video over the last month. It is finished. It is the finished version of this video. Which house or which property? All right, we have Blueberry Bliss, we have the lake house, and we have the river farm. We have 3 options. We did it's not full-blown Chip and Joanna Gaines style, but I kind of had fun with it. We gave them names. We got some aerial footage, some maps and stuff like that for you to take a look at. And I'm doing a contest. I haven't started the contest yet. I've been talking about starting the contest for a month. I've not started the contest. I know everybody in this chat that's heard me say this is just they are you guys are like, when are you really going to do this contest? Yes,
as
we're going to
soon
do the
as
contest.
possible.
I've got gift cards I want to give away. I got Waypoint Outdoor Adventure swag. I've got stickers. I've got hats. I got shirts. I got all sorts of awesome stuff. And there's going to be prizes for the first 25 people that do this. So that's coming, but it's not going to be this week because we had another hold up with this. It is so trying to. I can't tell you why because it might give it away. So anyway, it's in the process. It hasn't fallen through. I don't think it's going to fall through, but it's just taken longer than we expected. So Kelly Fee, you guys, if you don't know Kelly Fee, she is a professional golfer. I think she golfed with did she go golfing with Tiger Woods today? I think it was Tiger. It was Tiger. No, it was Sven. She went with Sven?
No.
Some Swedish guy, Sven.
Well, I told her today, she said, "I'm going golfing with someone. I don't know if I want to do that." And I'm like, "Well, you don't," and then she's like, I don't even know how to be good at golfing. I said, "Well, you don't have to be good. You just have to hit the ball somewhere."
Yeah. Chris, I'm glad you're here. Thanks so much. He said Happy Feet. Is that the
it's my friend Lexi.
Happy.
Yeah, so she likes Happy Feet.
She likes Happy Feet.
Yeah.
That's your favorite one? Yep. So, and, only a rental. It does have 2 ponds, and it's next to a wildlife area. It can walk within hunting distance. Dude,
That's
nice.
nice.
That is awesome. So.
Yeah, I want to do more hunting this year.
Ginger, we showed some footage. If you didn't watch last week's live stream, we showed some footage of us hunting. That will make it on a video, but I'm going to wait until it gets closer to hunting season to release that. I'm going to focus on more summer adventures, overnight stuff over the course of this summer. And then when we get this property, there's going to be a lot of stuff we're doing with the property. So stay tuned. I got lots of wild and crazy ideas. And if my daughter has any say in it, it's not just going to be Waypoint Outdoor Adventures. We're going to have to change the channel name to Waypoint Outdoor Adventures and Homestead, probably.
Yeah.
Or Chicken Hatchery, or Chicken Farm, or just farm in general. So
Yeah,
no,
I
can't tell him. I was gonna tell him a story, and I can't tell him the story because it'll give away.
Yeah, I have. I keep at my grandma's. I have a salad bread paint horse named Copper. She's registered, but that doesn't really mean anything probably to most of these people. And then I have a grade, round-backed, kind of funny looking and funny in general miniature horse named Marshmallow. And with all the talk of marshmallow,
Yeah.
I don't like marshmallow.
Oh, by the way,
I like
have
my
a
pony.
horse named Marshmallow.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that. I don't like s'mores, but I do like marshmallow.
Yeah, I like this Marshmallow, and she is actually so smart. But when I first met her, Like, you would have to, if you had food at the barn, you would have to hide from her because she knew how to climb through the fences, and she would, like, get out. And she's so little, you didn't hear her coming until she was taking your Taco Bell and running with it. And, like, it's not a lie. Like, you can ask anyone at the barn. She would steal your French fries, Taco Bell, anything you're eating. If you're eating it, she wants it. And maybe that's why she was extremely obese and had to go on a diet. But, I mean, she doesn't do that anymore. But she is so smart. My sister a few days ago, was at the hitching rail with her, and she was just picking up her foot and going, shake, good shake, like a dog. And then a minute later, we're just laughing at her for doing that. We're like, what are you doing? And then she goes, shake. And Marshmallow just picks her hoof up and puts it in her hand. And we're like, did that seriously just happen? I have a video of it. We're going to have to put that on there, too. We got a lot
lots
of
videos.
Stuff. Yeah.
Hey,
like 4 in one day.
Kincaid says bow hunting ? You want to get into hunting?
Yeah, the reason on his live stream the other day I said I'm going to be a Katniss, that's because...
That was on yours, Colin. That was on your live stream. That was Ginger.
Okay, yeah, so that's because the last time I tried to shoot an arrow, I sucked. So I literally am one. Because in the movie, they had to cover the side of her face with makeup a lot, like, because she had so many bruises on her cheek because every time she let go, it would, like, hit her in the cheek. But in the book, it says, like, the string bow, I forget what it's called, it, like, brushed against her cheek as the arrow went flying. Oh, so I think they were trying, like, when she, I don't even know what happened there, but it...
Colin, leave a comment in the like, is that what you're supposed to do? Let the bowstring kiss your cheek as it floats by. Right?
I don't know if that's...
But there's a fine balance between a soft, gentle kiss
and like
a lip smack.
Because she'll be shooting and she'd be like, like, it was really, like, dramatic.
So I bet there's a ton of outtakes on that. So
yeah.
Waypoint Homesteader Outdoor Adventures. What else can we add to that title to make it longer? But I will tell you that this new place, this new property, is the nickname is Waypoint Outdoor Adventureland. All right, so there it is. Like, I mean, Adventureland. It doesn't it just sound like someplace you want to go?
Waypoint Homesteader Outdoor Adventureland.
Waypoint Homesteader Outdoor Adventureland.
It's gonna keep getting longer.
I want to put a sign. I want to put a sign out.
Yeah.
It's like Waypoint Outdoor Adventureland coming soon, and just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
and
just get some attention.
There's these signs I see people putting up. I really want to make one, or have Grandma make one because she likes painting on wood and stuff, or making signs for people. There's if you guys have any ideas, there's all these cute things that people put on their chicken coops that are like, welcome to the hen house, or like something, but like more, it's like better than that. I'm just not good at thinking of that. But like,
so Colin from Kincaid, he says no to the brushing of your cheek. Okay, I usually pull it back to the corner of my mouth. All right, yeah, so that's about what I do.
Yeah, she was pulling back, like,
yeah,
just like as far as she could.
But it's Hollywood. Funny. Everything's dramatic, so you
Very
pull it
dramatic.
here, now you don't pull it
and
here.
And then you have like the slow-mo.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a good movie, but also it was like,
Colin, I got a video you got to do. I know there's other videos of how to shoot a bow, like, on YouTube, and there's probably some really good tutorials how to shoot a bow. Colin, you should do that. You should totally just bow, like, 101, or, you know, whatever. Just do. I think I would definitely watch you, because I know you, and then if I have questions about it, I can ask you. And that's the thing, like, that I love about, like, small YouTube communities, right? Is because we're feeding off each other, we're learning from each other, and all that kind of stuff. So I go out in the woods, and you guys can actually have a conversation with me. You do your thing, you can have a conversation. Some of you guys are homesteading. When we get this place, we want to do a garden. I mean, I can go buy seeds from the store, and I can put them in the dirt, and I can water them. But I'm intending to learn some stuff from you guys when we get to that. So
Lexi said to tell you about Lexi the chicken.
All right.
So I actually, it's funny with the name. So Ava, Hope, and Bree, not Shannon and Bun Bun, were actually named after some friends that lived farther away from me.
I am glad that Bun Bun is not a name of your friend.
Yeah,
So,
that would be a really funny
That'd
name.
be a little awkward.
No, so that would be a ridiculous name. Anyway, I mean, if there's somebody out there who's named Bun Bun and they see this, we're not dishing your
Does
name.
Lexi, when you like grab her shoulders and move, does she just keep her head in the same way?
I don't know. I'll have to try that next time,
All
Lexi. Right. She'll be like, "What are you doing?" No, but they're named after my friends. So I have a friend named Ava, who Ava the chicken's named after. A friend named Hope, who Hope's named after, and Lexi the chicken. Sadly, was in the chicken massacre.
Uh-oh.
So it was really sad. Lexi the chicken is no longer here. But she was a cool chicken. That's all I got to say about that.
Bun Bun from Sluggy Freelance?
No, I actually have no clue what that is.
Yeah.
But she was named after, I think, just a bunny rabbit.
Oh.
Because I think Mom named her Bun Bun because we would always call bunny rabbits Runny Babbits. And then she's like, you know what, Bun Bun. She looks like a snowy rabbit or something. So, I mean, I honestly thought Owl would have been an awesome name. So, sorry if you're on here, Mom, and I just said you should have named her Owl. But I like the name Bun Bun, and it's unique, and she's cool. So,
Sweet. Hey, if you popped on late, I asked some of the people earlier. You can scroll back through and see some of the responses. But highs and lows. You guys have any highs and lows from this past week? Ginger shared hers. I got a high. I don't know if Mike's still in here. He knows about this. Today, I was given a motorcycle, so that was a pretty sweet deal.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. So I didn't. It all happened kind of quickly, and it was just like somebody randomly wanted to give a motorcycle. They were looking for somebody to bless with it, and I had a motorcycle back in 15 years ago, 10 years. How old were you?
I was little. I remember the brown and red. I mean, I remember certain things really vividly.
10 years ago, because when we moved here to this house, we sold, or this community, we moved to Coloma, we sold it. So it's been about 10 years. I think I had one that I sold before we moved here, and then when we moved here, we had a garage sale to get rid of stuff, and that one went. But my wife and I were trying to get out of debt. We're trying to make better financial decisions, and that was just one of those things that had to go. So we're doing Dave Ramsey, get out of debt snowball, all that kind of stuff. And it was just like, sacrifice now so that you can, give more later, kind of thing. And so that's kind of what we did. We spent the last decade really, really focusing in and doing that. So.
That was kind of funny, though, today, because I walk into the church basement, and Dad's sitting on a motorcycle in the church basement, and I'm like, what? And he's like, I don't know if I can get it started. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's Dad. Just something normal is going on, right? So I leave. I go upstairs, and I message Dad, hey, Dad, can I use the keyboard? And I didn't get an answer. Then all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, well, he got it started.
Yeah. I couldn't get it. It's been so long since I rode a motorcycle. I couldn't remember how to get it in neutral. And then the battery was dead, so I had to jump it. And then it started, and then I drove it home. So,
that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, fun stuff. So then I pull it up in the driveway, and I pull it sideways to the garage door, and I plug it in. I'm charging the battery, and then Lindsay gets home, and she's like, what did you do? Because she's been gone all afternoon.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, it was such a good deal. I couldn't pass it up. And she kind of just looked at me, because we're in the middle, like, buying this place and, like, trying to, like, focus financially and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm like, but babe, it was such a good deal. And she's like, how much did you spend? I'm like, it was such a good deal. It was free. And she's like, does it run? That's the other thing that she does not want, is just something else sitting in our yard, because we currently have somebody else's truck sitting in our yard that we're trying to sell to help them out, and we have somebody else's trailer in our yard, and we have someone else's boat in our yard, and we just got rid of 2 cars ourselves, and we're down to 1 car. And so, no, the timing of it's great, so I'll be able to tool around town with that thing, and it'll be fun. So take Ginger back home to Muskegon, or she can. Oh, she's doing driver's training. She's got her permit, so we might as well just give her some experience.
Actually, Dad, does the driver's permit go onto the motorcycle as well?
I don't think it does. Cycle endorsement.
Yeah, so, I didn't think it did, so I can't do that.
What kind of motorcycle? It is a '85 Yamaha. I haven't even. Oh, I've got the title right here. I mean, literally, that's how fresh it is. About the time it was getting dark tonight. 86 Yamaha XV 700. So 12,000 miles on the thing. So that's it's pretty slick. That's kind of a fun little surprise kind of thing. So we were over at the park today. It was absolutely beautiful, and then Mike had contacted me, and somebody else had the motorcycle, and it was kind of just a fun little thing. So when my wife left after church, we had no motorcycle. When she got back, we had a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So
my friend Lexi said that the high of her week was going to harmonics. And she keeps taunting me with that because I can't go to harmonics right now. So she was like, I went to harmonics today. And I'm like, I want to go to harmonics. But it's all right. I'll go next year.
So that was the high.
This year.
Did I have a low this week? Oh, my low is that this property thing, this loan, we're trying to do a construction loan. I am about ready to pull the plug on a construction loan, and just figure it out later, kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes, but that's where we're at. This is the longest live stream that we've had. We've been going almost an hour.
I mean, my chickens took up a lot of time.
I run out of things to say very quickly. As you can tell, my daughter does not take off after me, right?
No.
She's been that way all her life. You never had to wonder, what's Ginger thinking? So, because you always told us. And so that's good. No, so this is fun. That's a good thing, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Especially when you're doing this. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because when you're like, I'm a guy, and I'm an introvert, and I only have a certain number of words that I even can physically speak in a week. And this is Sunday, and I just got done preaching at church, so there's at least a half hour, 40 minutes of words that I've used up for my week already. And then we've been doing live streams every week, and so by Monday, Ginger will attest, Monday I literally just veg. I do not want to see people. I don't want to be around people. It's not that I don't like people, and if people show up, I'll be there. It's not that, but it's just it literally.
It's our day that we kind of sit, and recently we've been watching Manifest.
Ginger got into Manifest. You guys watch Manifest? Any good shows that you guys are watching? No, you're not, because you guys are always on live stream. You're always watching YouTube live streams. I know. So. Colin says I talk way too much. No, you are very good at live streams. You just, but I don't know. Some people can just keep on talking. I literally, right now, I'm rambling. The only reason the live stream is still going is because I'm rambling, because I've run out of things to actually talk about. And I'm hoping that you will post something in the chat. Here's what you guys have to do. If you want my live streams to be longer, you have to ask me questions, right? Otherwise, I'm going to run out of things to say.
Yeah.
Unless Ginger's here, then she can fill in the gaps, and she can help me. My live streams are way better when Ginger's a part of them. So, thank you.
You're welcome. it's kind of funny because, like, I used to not want to talk in front of people at all. Like, I would say so much, but then, like, I feel like I used to go to a Montessori school, and they had these, like, concerts, and, like, all my family would come to support me at the concerts, and I didn't want anyone to look at me.
I want to pull out one of those pictures.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
pull
literally.
out one of those pictures.
I wanted nobody to look at me, and, like, I'm in choir now, and I'm really involved, and, like, I totally got over it, but I was so upset that people were looking at me that I would sit there, like, and not sing, and I'm the only one doing that. Like, and you can see me. I'm, like, right there. And so, really, everyone was just looking at me because I'm, like,
the only one that was not singing. Everybody else was singing.
And, well, not just that I wasn't singing. I was, like, like the angry face, but it was, like, me trying to cover up how scared I was of being in front of people. But I'm not scared anymore, so.
That was always fun.
Yeah.
And, but although, like, she says she got over it, but I think at one of the last concerts I went, not the last one, but she got so nervous because there were so many people that she intentionally fell off the back of the bleachers to get away from it all.
Oh no, that was dress rehearsal, I think, of Pops, like freshman year, and I didn't fall off the back of the bleachers. I had a partner because we do a Pops show, and like we were doing Broadway. We were doing Anything Goes, and there's nothing against him. I'm not going to say any names, but he was so scared to like touch you. He was like, I can't, and like he was supposed to pick you up and spin you around, and like I had just been jumping, but you can't jump on the risers because it'll shake the whole thing, and then everyone else will fall down. So I didn't jump. The one day I didn't jump, he just did it, and then he freaked out, and he's halfway through the spin, and I'm hanging off the edge of the stage. He just dropped me, and he's like, whoops, and they just turned around and kept going. And then, like, we're not, like, if you fall off the stage, you better believe that you're staying off the stage. You're not getting back on, because our choir teacher is so, like, she's amazing. She's a really good, really, really good teacher, but, like, she's very, like, the show must go on. If you fall off, we'll go on without you. Just don't move. Stay below. So, like, there's the people in the wings that are volunteering for the school show, and then there's her back there, and I can hear on the walkie-talkie, don't let her come out. It's hilarious. It was so funny.
So I didn't see her. I feel like you asked if I saw you, but no, maybe you just told me the story.
Yeah. No, but there was one time where I couldn't see on stage because the glasses had fallen weird. So
Evan said, I was in a play once. It was so stage frightened. I played a tree.
Yeah.
So.
I should have played a tree in mine every time. I would have been really good at that.
Ian's terrible at talking to people, but really good at archery. Yeah, I mean, that's where you get, like, you know, introverted people. Like, I used to think introverted meant shy because I was introverted and I was shy. And now I'm not shy like I was, but I'm still introverted. And I think, like, the difference is it's shyness. I think a lot of times has to do with confidence, but introvert, it has to do with really your kind of personality profile. And so, like, I'm still introverted, which means that's why I love going in the woods. But I'm I'm a relational introvert, and so that's why I like when I go in the woods. I love going by myself, but I want to bring people along, and so I don't want them to be there necessarily. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, I want to go out there. I want to have my alone time. You know, I don't want to have to invest in people, but then I want you to see. I want you to be a part of it. You know, it's a really weird dynamic, and that's why I love doing the YouTube thing, and that's why, like, I'm out there, but I got the camera, so I don't really feel like I'm alone, if that makes any sense. So. I'm not saying I don't like going out on adventures with other people, because I do. There's a different dynamic. You know what I mean? I get recharged when I'm alone. And so even if I'm on an adventure with somebody else, I take time where I get out and go alone. So, and that's what my Mondays are. My Mondays are the refreshing element of my week, and then I jump back into it, and then everything leads up to Sundays. So,
me and my friend are having an argument in the comments. She's like, you were pushed.
fishing and archery. Yeah, that just, caters to kind of his personality and his comfort. That's awesome that he has something to do that's not watching TV. That's what we're trying to get our Lincoln. Just is that kid is addicted to TV, and we just like every time we're like, hey, no TV, and then we go outside. We're all outside. Where's Lincoln? Oh, he's watching TV, and we got to get him.
He seems like when I'm on the trampoline, and if I will go on the trampoline, he will stay outside.
If we're engaged with him, yes, he loves. But I think he's not introverted like me.
No,
I don't think he's introverted.
He's a social butterfly.
He wants people around him, and that's the thing. Like if we're not around him, I think he just
gets bored.
He gets bored, and that's why he feels like that's his social outlet, or his people at least.
Yeah, well, staring at people on the screen that are talking, sometimes when you're not an introvert, kind of replaces people actually talking, because you can stare at them.
So Colin was wondering what kind of bows you have in your hair.
Oh, I thought he was talking about. Is that what he was talking about? I'm just kidding,
Colin. I know you're talking about. No, he's talking about bows. Bows, not hair bows.
I quit using hair ties because I just decided, like, in like the 40s and 50s, they didn't have, or I don't know, maybe they did. Maybe it was like before then. They didn't have rubber bands and hair ties and stuff, and I was like looking at all these old black and white pictures or like paintings, and their hair looks so good. Like, it's so thick and awesome, and I'm like, you know what? Like, they don't use hair ties. So I quit using hair ties because I was like, we're going to see if it works. So I just do random stuff like that, especially
now that we're talking about hair ties, Colin's putting his, taking his wife to bed, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just kidding. I knew Colin was not talking about this.
I was like, wait, what?
But,
I missed that.
What he did have a serious question, though, but we can't really talk about it because he's not here. So, but no, what did he, where was that comment? What kind of bows do you have? I know I saw it. That was way back.
Yeah, it was up above when we were arguing about whether I got pushed or dropped off the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe it was right under. I don't know. Oh, right here. What kind of bows do you both have? I don't really have a bow. When I was, we have a family cabin in the UP, and we have bows there, but they're kind of like, we found a stick in the woods and tied a string on them, and then we made like a target, and so we have actual arrows, but we don't have.
I'm pretty sure Colin has made longbows, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I've always wanted a longbow. Like, that's just, it's cool. Like, I've got that. I was on Colin's channel. I've got that black bear. If you go on my channel, you can see, like, I did a short this past week, a short, just 1 minute target practice, and it was I'll be honest, I picked like one of my best, like, I've been practicing a lot, but I started out just kind of all over the place, and then I tightened in the group, and that's when I had the camera on. Like, I was feeling like when you're shooting a recurve, there's no sights, so it's more instinctive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you're confident, it's like axe throwing too. When I'm confident, I always get a bullseye. I'm like right there. It's when you like second guess, or you like, you're thinking too much, or you're in your head, then it gets out there. So I'll be releasing at some point my axe throwing. I've been practicing axe throwing, and so
the only other time that I shot a bow was at that bow and arrow tag at the Fire and Ice retreat. That was so fun. But
archery tag.
Archery tag. It was really funny because they're
Ginger
like, okay.
kept picking up the arrows with the broadheads on them. Like, no, you cannot use the. No,
I did not.
They all had styrofoam things or foam ends.
No, they had foam heads, and they were like, okay, number one rule: don't shoot people in the head, but we're gonna give you a helmet just in case. So they give me a helmet, and so like, I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I just like look out, and I'm like thinking too much, and I'm like trying to like figure out how to pull it, and it goes to him right in the face, and then I'm like, oh no, Dad, I can't see it. He's like, it's fine, we'll just duct tape it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I think he meant, because I have in this eye I have the fourth nerve is dead in this eye from like hitting my head on something, probably falling off a horse, because I've done that a few times. And so like when I have my head like tilted this way, I can see like totally normal. When it's straight, I see normal, and then when it's this way, I don't see double, but I see two separate pictures, like when your brain connects them into one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have two of the exact same image from slightly different angles, but not like actually seeing, like I know it's there. It's kind of a weird sensation, but like I had the thing in here, and then I was like, I can't see, and then we like, of course I was out, and then like I don't think we actually duct taped my eye though.
Yeah.
Because I think I was upset. I was like, it's going to rip my eyebrow and my eyelashes out. And Dad's like, no, it won't. But I was like, no.
I don't remember. I have no recollection of that conversation.
That was pretty funny.
I do know, like, whenever I'm, we do stuff like archery tag or even Nerf gun or airsoft or, anything, paintball. Everybody wants me to be on their team. But I am the worst at that because I'm such a risk taker. That I literally, like, I'm not going to sit behind and play defense. I'm so glad I wasn't in the Army, and you better be
so
glad
bad.
I wasn't in the Army, because I would not be here, because there'd be like everybody waiting, and I was just like, no, I'm going to risk it.
I feel like you would either not be here or you'd be like a war hero.
I don't know. I literally do not think, I know my personality. I cannot sit back and just like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it's all or nothing. And so when I'm playing, I'm always one of the first ones out, with paintball, with airsoft, with archery tag. I just like, and if I'm not, it really is luck. It's like, I'm like, okay, I don't think that kid can really shoot very straight, so I'm going for it.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I don't know what I would have done. I mean, maybe when it's life or death, maybe life is on the line, I might think twice. I don't know, or I might just like, I don't know. Air Force and Army, yeah. So, man, kudos. I'm not saying I wish I hadn't been, but I'm just saying, and I guarantee they would have taught me what to do in those situations. But
Evan said, I'm a try hard at laser tag. I was surprised. We went with the youth group one time, and I was actually pretty good at that. But I found like a corner that was really dark to hide in, and of course it lights up, but it was like in the perfect spot. Nobody could get me this way or this way, and I would just go, and so I did pretty good. Yeah. But that was the only reason.
Capture the flag. I always get caught because I'm the guy that's over the line trying to get the flag. I'm not going to sit back and play defense. I don't. Archery, Colin, you would have fun with archery tag. You would just find a spot and just like pick people off with your aim. That's fun. It's they're pretty I think maybe 25 pound draw weight, and then the arrow's got like a padded thing. I mean, someone could still get hurt, so you gotta wear protective gear and stuff, especially on your face, they would sting. Like if they hit you, you could feel it. It wouldn't like bruise or anything, but it would like, I felt that. Yeah. So it was fun. Or laser tag, yeah, that was good. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, it's been fun chatting. Fire's dying down here, and we're still at our house in town, and I have a very limited supply of firewood, so we're not going to stoke the fire.
I mean,
right now
it'd take a lot of effort to cut down a tree.
We have, yeah, there's not. This is all scraggly stuff.
Yeah.
It's a decent woods. It's kind of open, but it's all. It's all like a poplar and like, I don't even know what these bush things are. They're just. Yeah. But anyways, so, all right. So, Colin, Evan, Grace, Chris, Ginger.
Yeah, thanks for coming to me.
All of you guys. Did I say Grace? I think I said Grace.
Yeah, you said Grace.
Jason, I know some of you guys, there's only 8 of us in here, so some of you guys aren't here. Colin, Kelly, you guys, thanks so much for stopping in. This was fun. You know, I did for a while when I was out of the loop. I really missed you guys, and it's just fun. It's fun reconnecting. I appreciate you stopping by the live stream. I try to get to some of your live streams this week. Those of you who have them, have channels, I'll try and get to some of your content. I appreciate you. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Lots of cool stuff coming up with Waypoint, and I'll be posting just some stuff. I know, like a lot of you guys do like mail calls and stuff, and I've never put my address out there. I'm going to do a PO box, and that way, if you guys have some stuff you can send me, I'd love to do that, and maybe I can get some stuff out to you guys as well. I've got a whole stack of Waypoint stickers and stuff that I want to start passing out. I know a few of you have mentioned you want one. We'll try and get those out here relatively short amount of time, and yeah, maybe get a little bit better at that kind of thing. So I've got birch bark around here, so I know a couple of you guys. Mallory sent it all the way from Canada, right? Which has to cost an arm and a leg, and so maybe I could get you some resupplies of birch. You can test Mallory's birch against my birch. All right, you think?
I see which one's oilier.
I think Michigan birch is by far the best birch on the planet. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I only say that because I'm in Michigan and I like Michigan. No. So this week, go back and watch Isle Royal videos. I've got 4 of them already posted. It's good stuff. Like it's one of my favorite adventures. Some of the stuff that I've done recently is maybe will come out, but it's all got snow. And now all the snow is melting. Everybody's kind of looking for the spring, you know, that kind of thing. So I think I've got a lot of content for the future. Unfortunately, it means, and not that I couldn't post it, but I just want to be a little bit more strategic about how I post and when I post content that maybe will continue to reach kind of a broader audience. And so that's my plan with that. So we've got hunting videos already, and then it gives me a little more time to edit. And when I have more time to edit, it just comes out more polished, and you guys enjoy it more. So that's my plan.
We could fill it up with chickens.
All this, we could fill it up. If there's any dead spots, we'll just fill it up with chickens, right? Funny cat videos, we don't have any of those.
We don't have any cats.
Of those on, but we got some funny chicken. We'll have some funny chicken videos.
We have some chickens.
That'll be the new craze.
Videos.
All right? And check out our TikTok channel for the crazy chicken dance. Just kidding. No, I don't know.
My chickens don't dance.
No.
No.
They don't believe in dancing. So.
No.
Anyway, all right. Thanks, guys. My other camera died, which is why you got the wide angle. But I'm glad you're here. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. You got to see the fire a little bit until the fire died down. Thanks for stopping by the Fireside Chat. We'll be back next Sunday night. And we'll be here, same time, same place.
Bye.